Hi, my name is Brad Melville. Welcome to the Sunripe Tri-Kids Triathlon Series. Triathlon series just for kids. Our goal is that everybody at the Tri-Kids event has the most positive experience possible. The purpose of this video is to cover key points to ensure that all participants, parents, spectators, and volunteers have the best time they possibly can at a Tri-Kids event. Let's talk a little bit about race kit pickup. Race kit pickup typically occurs on the day before the event. Great time for the kids to get really excited about Tri-Kids. Balloons, body marking. They get to learn a little bit about the course, the people they're going to be seeing out on the course for volunteers, etc. When you arrive at race kit pickup, there are 3 steps. First step is you're going to check in. You're going to check in to get your bib. You're also going to receive your race kit and your t-shirt. Very important. The kids love their t-shirts. At race kit pickup, all athletes are going to receive a race bib. The race bib looks like this, and this is the front of the bib. It has the color on it and a number. This is going to be pinned to the front of the shirt that the athlete is going to wear while they're riding their bike and running. This is important because it identifies the athlete to volunteers, race crew, and most importantly our race announcer, so that all athletes can have their name called out at the finish line. It should be pinned on the front of your shirt like I'm showing here. The back of the bib is very important as well. This has very vital information for you as a parent and an athlete. It's got your bib number on it. It also has your wave number. So when you are assigned to a wave, this is your wave number, and it has your wave start time. This time on the back of the bib is the time that you're actually going to be getting into the pool to start your event. The other great thing at race kit pickup for the kids is body marking. We use a Sharpie to write their race number on their arm or their leg so that we can identify them in the pool. Since their bib won't be with them, it'll be on their shirt, as I talked about before. The last thing I want to talk about at race kit pickup are race orientations. Race orientations happen at various times throughout race kit pickup, and very important for you to attend. This video is in no way intended to replace race course orientations. Race course orientations are different for every venue, as courses differ from venue to venue, and vital information, questions, answers all happen during race course orientations. The other thing that we do is we'll actually go out and we'll walk on the course so that athletes have an idea of where they need to go and where they'll be directed to go from the swim to the bike to the run. Once you arrive home after race kit pickup, it's important that you do some preparation for race day, ensuring that the bib is pinned to the front of the shirt, as I talked about before, and ensuring that the bicycle is in good working order and that the helmet fits properly. It's now race day. It's important that you arrive early on race day so that you can set up properly and have a stress-free experience before you actually start racing. When you arrive and you've parked in the designated areas, you should immediately go to transition. Bring everything you need with you to transition. Your bike, your towel, your helmet, your shoes. Again, refer to the checklist to make sure you've got everything. The color of your bib is very important. It's going to help you find your spot in transition for when you set up your bike, or rack your bike as we call it. When you set up, you're going to be looking for the racks that have the same color and age group signage as your color on your bib. Volunteers will be there to assist you. Let's talk a little bit about the swim. You'll be taken into the pool and onto the pool deck with the other kids that you're going to be participating with. It's here that you can ask for your life jacket. If you want to wear a life jacket, absolutely, that's okay. You just need to ask. You'll also be given a timing chip and a few key safety things in the pool to remember. Everyone's going to start their swim in the water. No one's going to dive or jump into the pool. The other thing is everyone's going to end their swim in the shallow end, where it's a lot easier to get out of the pool and there will be people there to help you. Remember, no running on the deck. It's also important to know that you can use any swim stroke you want, anything that you're comfortable with to get from one end to the pool. And by all means, if you're ever tired in the pool, you can rest. You can hold on to the side of the pool or the lane rope or either end until you're ready to go again. Once you've done your swim, you're going to head back to transition where your bike is. Remember, when you get to transition, there's going to be a lot of bikes there, and it's going to be very overwhelming and hard to find your bike. Lots of people to help you do that. Remember, parents, you're not allowed in transition unless you're in the 3 to 5-year-old age group. This is very important. This is a safety feature of all races. Only athletes and volunteers allowed in transition. We will help all athletes find their bikes and get them on their way. The other important thing to remember is you can't ride your bike in transition. You need to walk your bike to the Get On My Bike sign. This is well marked with a paint line on the road, a sign, and volunteers to get you there so that you can start riding safely. Let's talk a little bit about the bike course. Let's talk about safety. It's very important for all athletes when you're riding your bike to keep your eyes forward, both hands on the handlebars, and make sure that you talk to other cyclists while you're out there if you're going to pass them. Let them know that you're there. Once you've finished your bike course, you're going to come back to transition and you're going to come to a sign that says off my bike. It's at this point that you're going to get off your bike and walk back to transition. Again, lots of volunteers there to help you put your bike back so that you can go off and start your run. At Race Kit Pickup, remember to pick up a loop chart. This loop chart tells parents and athletes how many loops they need to do on the bike course depending on their age. This is very handy for parents. I'm going to talk a little bit about parents and your role on the bike course. Most of our bike courses involve athletes doing more than one loop of the bike course depending on their age. The older kids are going to do multiple loops. We designate an area signified by a loop sign where parents are to stand so that they can help count loops on the bike course for the athletes. We also give lots of guidance, but it's not our job to count the loops. The onus is on the athlete and, more importantly, the parent to count the loops on the bike course. You'll be instructed where to stand and how to count the loops so that you can give direction to your athlete whether they need to do another loop or they can head back to transition and start out on the run. Again, as I mentioned previously, this video is in no way intended to replace race orientation. Race orientation is very important, and when it comes to the bike and counting of loops, we're actually going to physically take everybody out to the spot where parents need to stand and where athletes have to understand whether they're going to go straight back to transition or do another loop. Again, orientation is a very important part of race day pickup. So once you've completed your loops on the bike course, you're going to head back to transition. Again, when you get to the sign that says "off my bike," you need to get off your bike at this point and walk back into transition. Volunteers will be there to help you again, put your bike back where it belongs, help you take your helmet off so that you can start out on the run. As I said, the run is the last segment of the triathlon. You got to know the distance that you're running. Make sure that you don't take off too fast so that you've got enough energy to cross the finish line with arms held high and a big smile on your face. From start to finish at a Tri-Kids event, safety is our #1 priority. Parents and spectators, it's important to note that the course is for athletes and volunteers only. We really ask that you stay off the course at all times. Please respect the athletes at all times. They have the right to a course that's unencumbered with parents and spectators. For safety reasons, only athletes and volunteers are allowed on the course. Please respect this. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Please contact us anytime through our website, by email or phone to ask any questions you might have about a Tri-Kids event. It's important that everyone comes prepared and knowing what to expect. Race Kit Pickup is the perfect time to talk to us personally about the race that you'll be doing. Ask questions about the course, how to prepare. Please don't go away not knowing what to expect the next day. We want Tri-Kids to be a very positive experience for everybody, especially the young athletes.